point blank after this battle tonight, Coach. And get your breath here a little bit. Hey, what can you say about the win tonight, huh?
Holy buckets. Battle is exactly what it was. That's why I told the girls coming into the fifth set, like, this is a battle. Like, we're going to go out, we're going to fight. We're going to fight every single point, and we're going to go down being aggressive. If we're going to lose, we're going to go down being aggressive, and we're going to play to win every point. And that was really just the message in that fifth set. You know, we got down that 2 points, and I just told them, like, we got to play to win. We keep playing to win every point. If we go down playing to win, so be it. But we're not going to go down playing timid and back on our heels. So that, that really is just the big difference maker tonight. They played together. They played as a team more than I've seen yet so far. So I couldn't be more proud of their effort.
Set number one, you win that one in a close set. Harlan comes out and pretty much dominates the second set, Coach. So what was the message coming out the third set? Just fight, keep fighting, because from there on out, they battled, and no question about it.
Yeah, we always say keep fighting, but one of the things that, especially in the last couple of years that you and I have talked about is, just letting it go. When bad things are going to happen, we're going to make mistakes, we're going to have bad games. How are we going to respond? Are we going to let it go, or are we going to continue to let that fester and then let it go into the third set? And this is really the first time that they've just let it go. They let it go past them, and they moved forward, and they just played. And so that was huge. Obviously they continued to battle all the way through. I'm not sure how many more 5-set matches I can have in a week, but hey, when you come out on the top side, all of that becomes worth it. All of the mistakes that you make, you forget about those when you win.
Harlan, great team too, and battle tonight as well. What can you say about the Cyclones out there?
Wow, they're a solid team. I mean, they're a team that I want to see. I'd play them every night. I would play them every night in an atmosphere and in a game like this. They made us better. They exposed things that we needed to work on, but at the same time, it showed us things that we're capable of doing. So,
as far as the X's and O's of the game, or some of the fundamentals, so to speak, what do you think was a difference here for the Trojans tonight, and what impressed you the most?
I think we did a better job of exposing weaknesses, especially in their defense. I know we talked about that pregame. We did a good job exposing weaknesses. It took us a little bit towards that end of the fifth set to expose a couple of them, but we got on it right away. They had some holes in their right side defense, and that was something we targeted. And then we pushed the deep. They tend to play up to cover that tip, and so they don't play the deep very well. And so we used that to our advantage in that fifth set. We kind of kept that in our back pocket and then went with it in the fifth set.
They had some adversity on some really close plays, and the team seemed to respond in a positive way. They didn't get their dauber down, so to speak.
Yeah, I think part of that is me a little bit, and that's not tooting my own horn, but when I respond in a way that's like, whatever, it is what it is, we're going to move on. They do the same thing. They forget about it and they move on to the next point. Instead of sitting and focusing on, okay, 2 calls ago, we didn't get the right call. The line judge made a mistake. The ref made a mistake, whatever. So be it. We got to move on and we got to play. There was one big, I think it was either a touch call or we thought it was in and it was actually out or whatever. And the very next play, Abby Smith puts one straight to the floor. So be it. It was 1 point. 1 point in the grand scheme of things is not going to make that big of a difference. You just go out and you push.
And that's the way the whole match went tonight. It's just a lot of close plays with the 2 really good volleyball teams going at it. Talk about the players here. You had 7 rotated in tonight, and everyone contributed, huh?
Like I said, it was a whole team effort. I think I looked at whichever one of our stat keepers had our digs at one point, and I looked at them in like the 4th set and I said, I swear that Ava and Aubrey both have to have like 40 or 50 digs by now, as much as they were just digging it up. Yeah. Every facet of the game was going. There's obviously some things that we need to clean up, but that's going to be every game. And there were multiple times I looked over at the bench and I said, that was just a good volleyball play. We lost the point, but it was a good volleyball play, by them. And game has to respect game at that point. And so, holy buckets, some huge blocks, especially in the 3rd and 4th set. We had some really, really big, crucial blocks. So we were huge at the net, and I know we talked about that pregame as well, how I thought we outmatched them at the net. And so that was one of the things that, we got up and we got blocks and we got touches and we adjusted from there. I think defensively, everybody as a whole, all 7, it was probably our best defensive game for every single individual, whether that's blocking, digging, whatever it is. And then every single one of our hitters was on. Everybody was on at any given moment. And so, that's just everybody. And I hate that I can't talk about one individual, but at the same time, I love the fact that everybody contributed in a way for us to win. It wasn't me saying, well, Abby Smith had 20 kills and everybody else had 1 or 2. It was everybody. It was a whole team effort.
Coach, congrats, a big win. What's that going to do for this squad moving forward?
We talked about, where obviously our goals are, where do we want to go in the conference? That's one of our goals. They talked about finishing top half. They want to finish top half, and that win tonight, the win tonight against a team like Harlan, not only does it put the rest of the conference on notice of, oh man, we can't overlook Atlantic anymore, but that's the first step for us knowing what we're capable of moving into more conference play next week and the following week.
Congrats on a big win tonight, Coach. Thanks for coming up. And best of luck on this Saturday.
Yeah, it's another long day. We get after it. We'll come back in the morning for some practice, and we'll get right back after it on Saturday. So we appreciate you guys being here, and Bill over here behind the scenes keeping the video. So we appreciate all your guys' coverage, and I always enjoy chatting with you, Tom.
Thanks so much. Congrats again.